Why do people cheat on their partner when you can just break up? Lots of reasons. Stupidity, impulsivity, resentment, anger, sexual frustration, alcohol, getting attention from someone else after being neglected, being checked out of the relationship but scared to end it, etc. None of it is right, but there's some reasons. One of those things involves an unpleasant conversation and conflict. The other involves having sex. Which one do you think most people are going to choose? They want their cake and eat it too. So many reasons. Some are on their way out of a relationship but don't want to dump their partner until they have a replacement lined up. I've heard the phrase, "Do you go shoe shopping barefoot?" when I ask this. My best friend and cousin cheated on her husband. She wanted desperately to get divorced but couldn't afford it. She worked but didn't make enough to support herself and her kids. She did eventually get divorced after the kids were out of school. Her husband was on the autism spectrum. He is very high functioning, but there were issues. She didn't know this going into the marriage. To be fair, he didn't either. He masked very well. After they went to marriage counseling, the therapist they were seeing recognized it, and it all made sense. I obviously knew him pretty well for years and didn't recognize it either. But looking back, I can see signs. He was very emotionally distant and came off as very cold. As an experiment, she didn't initiate a conversation to see how long it would take for him to do it. 4 days. He literally went 4 days without saying a single word to her. Not good morning. Not how was your day. Literally not a single word. She also said physical touch made him uncomfortable. So he just didn't touch her at all. Not even a hug or holding hands. They hadn't been intimate for years. She was starved for affection and human connection. She met someone at work and ended up having an affair. People cheat for as many reasons as there are relationships. It's always specific to a person, relationship, circumstance. And I'd be willing to bet if you could talk to a number of cheaters you'd find you empathize with them more than you'd have guessed. Read The State of Affairs by Esther Perel if you want a really insightful look into it. The short answer is every single reason imaginable. Because they don't want to be single, but they also want more excitement than the boring, predictable monogamy they've been in. Forbidden fruits and temptation. Add an opportunity and you have perfect recipe for cheating. They don't want to lose their partners. At least that's what I understood. Head over to our dead bedrooms for a bit and you'll find some clangers. There's a few reasons. The thrill, usually the youngsters. The dead bedroom, usually the couples that settles down. Had kids and now one has a libido and the other doesn't. The needy one person craves attention. No matter who it's from, but that like the stable part of the relationship. This is a few. But there's a ton of reasons people use to justify. Some people want the comfort of being in a relationship along with the excitement of being single. Because men and women don't jump until they've got somewhere soft to land. Just because they want to have sex with other people does not necessarily mean they no longer love or desire their partner. Luda said it best. They want a lady in the street but a freak in da bed. Hasn't this been done to death? SMH. Why have one cake when I can possibly have 2 cakes without either of them knowing about each other? I like strawberry cheesecake, but I don't want to eat it for the rest of my life. I want a sample sponge cake, but with the safety of knowing I can go back eating strawberry cheesecake if I end up not wanting sponge cake anymore. Some people who have no choice but to be in a relationship with their abuser want some form of control or power back so they cheat. It's not that easy. The main reason I've heard was feeling rejected by their partner but wanting to make it work. It's extremely dumb, but in an emotional mindset could make sense. In terms of all types of cheating, physical, emotional, or pornography.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.